there anything more peaceful and luxurious than a home on the water? Amazing sunrises, exquisite sunsets, and the perfect backdrop for entertaining guests or relaxing after a busy day. Whether you're a boating enthusiast and craving easier water access, or you've just always dreamed of living on the water, there are specific considerations you'll want to make before purchasing that swoon-worthy waterfront property. If you're currently hunting for waterfront property, you may have already realized that waterfront property is scarce. When looking at properties, remember that you may need to lower some of your standards due to the speed at which these homes sell. This doesn't mean you should buy a home you have no interest in just to acquire it, but if there are certain aspects of the home that you can update or change yourself, and you are flexible with these items, it may be beneficial to keep that in mind. Also, due to the interest in waterfront properties, be aware that you may end up offering the asking price or, in multiple cases, over asking. Another consideration, and this one is important, is finding the right insurance for your waterfront home. Check out insurance coverages carefully. Different policies and coverage are important when purchasing waterfront property. Flood insurance and hazard policies address different things and can be complicated to understand. Also, investigate policies addressing wind damage to see if additional riders are required. And because flooding can happen almost anywhere in coastal cities, especially those on the water, be sure to purchase a separate flood insurance policy if necessary, as most homeowners insurance does not typically cover flood damage. Remember, purchasing the right insurance is a great way to help protect that investment. Homes built directly on the water, especially areas more prone to storms and hurricanes, must withstand harsher environmental elements such as salt water. Homes located on the ocean are at greater risk for rust and corrosion. So be sure that any metal on the home is made of stainless steel or a material that is rust and corrosion resistant. Also, taller is better. If the home is built on a taller foundation, it has a better chance of sustaining less damage in the event of flooding. While living on the water has many advantages, you'll also want to prepare your home for any damage it could undergo in the event of a storm or hurricane. Stormproofing can include metal roofs, impact windows, and fiberglass doors, which can help prevent wind and water damage during storms. If you are a boater or water sports enthusiast, water depths and tides are essential to investigate before purchasing. Depths required for different boating preferences can vary greatly, so you'll also want to know where the channels are located, if any, and of any sandbars that may present water depth challenges. A great idea is to go for a boat ride before you commit. How long does it take to get to your favorite fishing spot or open water? Are you wanting to swim? Remember that not all water is ideal for swimming, especially if it is brackish or prone to dangerous or bothersome sea creatures like jellyfish. You thought I was going to say sharks or alligators. How easy is your access to the water? Is there a sandy beach, or must you use a swim platform, dock, or pier? These are all things to consider before you purchase your waterfront home. Now let's talk seawalls. One of the most essential components of any waterfront property is the seawall. Seawalls are the first line of defense between the ocean and your waterfront property. And we're not just referring to your home, but also the land. Without a seawall, the entire property is subject to constant beating of the ocean water against the edge of the land. So over time, this causes erosion and eventual loss of land, and you absolutely do not want that. So if the property does have a seawall in place, be sure to have the seawall inspected for any defects or breaches before purchasing the property. A seawall needing immediate repair can be an unexpected expense to an unsuspecting buyer. And as with anything, you'll want to research and be mindful of any waterfront fees and regulations. Be sure to check with local government agencies regarding the steps you'll need to take to have any piers or docks constructed. Consider making your purchase contingent upon that approval. Government bodies can grant exemptions, general permits, or individual permits for marine construction projects. You also want to confirm that you own the shoreline and that no community easements enable your neighbors to use your property freely without your consent. So take into consideration that many waterfront homes belong to HOAs, which can charge fees and influence improvement options. I know this can seem like a lot to consider when investing in a waterfront property. Each of these, however, will ensure that you are safeguarded and confident with your purchase. Waterfront homes can be a dream come true, and the last thing you want is for that dream come true to become a nightmare. By taking these steps and working with a licensed realtor, you'll enjoy all the amenities and luxuries waterfront living has to offer. Until next time, my friends, bye-bye for now.